Hello yogis. So today we'll begin at the front of our mats and just standing in an upright position, relaxing the shoulders down and back, having a nice full body stretch as we reach our hands up and over the head, interlocking the fingers, taking a nice deep breath through the nose, sighing it out through the mouth. 2 more times, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And last time. And then bringing your palms together as you reach your hands up. If you're able to, twisting the hands so that your palms are still touching. Otherwise, just palms together over the head and reaching those hands over to the right. Feel that side body stretch, slight engagement in the groups, in the glutes. And noticing how the mat feels under your feet and your toes. Connecting with your breath. And reaching the hands over to the other side. Softening the muscles in your face. And coming back to center. Relaxing the arms all the way down. As you relax your arms down, coming into a forward fold. Start by having your hands on the ankles, bending into the knees, drawing the belly in and up. Engage the glutes as you lift them up towards the ceiling. Relaxing the neck. Taking a few more deep breaths. And if this is comfortable for you, you can start to straighten out the legs, moving the forehead a little closer towards the shins, backing off if there's any sharp pains. Inhale, lifting the shoulders halfway up. So hands just sliding up the shins, lengthening the neck, lengthening the spine, drawing the ribs in. Feel your tailbone moving down. Deep breath in on your exhale, taking your peace fingers, holding the big toes. You can start with the knees bent as you move your forehead down towards the shins, and then slowly start to straighten out those legs. I want you to deepen into the pose and the exhales. Inhale, creating that space. Exhale, moving the forehead closer towards the shins as you bend your elbows. Noticing the sensations within your body. And 3 more deep grounding breaths. And then slowly straightening the arms. Lowering your hands down, turning the toes out to the sides as you drop the hips all the way down, just swaying your hips side to side. It's okay if your heels are completely lifted off the mat. As we come into Malasana pose, palms together into your chest, using the elbows or triceps to open those knees out wide. Shoulders moving back. Evening out the weight on your feet, fanning out the toes. Smile. Stay connected to your breath. And then releasing your knees away, your elbows away from the knees. Gently lower yourself down, feet together, knees out to the side. Start to straighten out your back. And then interlocking your fingers, moving the hands over the toes. If you can't reach the mat, you can place your hands on your feet. Feel the feet opening out like a book. The knees moving closer towards the ground. Elbows moving towards your ribs or your hip bones. Try to keep your back straight, neck in line with the spine. And as we did before, start to move deeper into the pose on the exhales. Finding a softness in the pose. Enjoying the journey all the way down, as far as your body allows. Shoulders moving back. Think of yourself leading with the heart space. Maybe making your way all the way down, maybe not. And just accepting where you are. Holding for 3 more breaths. And lifting the chest, opening your legs nice and wide to either side of the mat. Pointing your toes up towards the ceiling. Quads engaged, feel your kneecaps lifting. Placing your hands forwards and tilting from the waist, from your pelvis. So tilting the pelvis forward, leading with your chest. Start to move the nose down. Keeping that length in your spine. Again, each exhale sinking a little bit further, knowing when to back off. Awareness in your toes. And again, accepting where you are. And begin to straighten the arms. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, side fold, bending your right elbow down to the inside of the leg. Palm facing up. Reaching that left arm up and over your head. Try to keep the shoulders back. Slight lift in the chin as you look up towards the ceiling. Moving the top hand towards the toes. Feel the stretch between the ribs all the way down the side of your body. Awareness in your toes, still pointing up. And coming back to the breath. If you are able to, you can even slide that bottom hand down towards the foot to give your shoulders more space between the ears, and then really reaching that top hand, possibly touching the toes. Not squashing the head with your arms. And inhale, arms reaching up. Exhale over to the other side. Take your time. Connect with the breath. Enjoy the sensation of the stretch. The openness in your hips. Notice if there's any tension in the jaw. And inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, relaxing your arms down. Coming into a tabletop position on your hands and your knees for a puppy pose. Knees underneath your hips. Keep that line from your hip bone to the knees as you reach the hands forward, shoulder width apart. Lowering the forehead down, all the chest and the chin down. Again, take your time. Notice if your hips are forwards or too far back. You really want to keep this hip over the knees. Glutes are lifting up. Feel the curve in your spine. 4 more breaths. Then instead of pressing yourself straight up, just move your hips forwards and lower them down straight to a Sphinx pose. So hips down, tops of the feet down, shoulders over your elbows. Hands shoulder width apart. Press the hands down, pull them towards you. Shoulders back, open the chest, engage in your glutes, feet hip width apart. Strengthening the muscles in your back. Gentle back bend. An exhilarating pose. Energizing. Preparing you for this day. Holding for 2 more deep breaths. And lower the chest, cactus arms to the sides, lifting the legs, keep them straight, engage the glutes, and lift the chest on your arms. And hold, don't hold the breath. 4 more breaths. Not rushing through them. And relax, hands to either side of your chest, elbows squeezing in towards your sides. Engage the glutes as you roll your spine up to a cobra. Keep those elbows moving in, pulling the hands towards you, gazing forwards or just over the nose. Two more breaths. Exhale, lower the chest down, up dog, very similar to cobra, but straight arms, hands at your sides as you lift yourself up, wrists under the shoulders. It's all right if your thighs are touching, but try to press the feet down to lift the legs. Space between your ears and shoulders. Gazing forwards. And tucking the toes, lift the hips to your down dog, stretch it out, pedal it out, walk the dog, work those heels down one at a time. Armpits turning to face your toes, spread the fingers, knuckles pressing down, and work both heels down towards the mat. Feel that length in the spine, looking between the legs or your navel. And holding for 4 more beautiful breaths. Start to walk the feet forwards towards the hands, to lower yourself all the way down into a boat pose. Knees together, ankles together, feet together. Use the core to straighten the back, palms facing each other. Deep breaths. Hold for 3 more breaths before we lower down. And then either with the knees bent, or if you can, straighten the legs. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Cleansing breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Bridge pose. Heels start to walk towards you. Feet hip width apart, knees pointing up. Use those glutes to lift the hips up. Tucking your shoulders, interlock your hands underneath you if possible. Otherwise, you can press your hands down, fingers moving to the heels. Lifting that chest. Feel your thighs internally rotating towards each other, but keeping those knees apart. And 2 more breaths. Releasing the hands, rolling the spine all the way down. Happy baby pose. Bend the knees, hold the outer edges of your feet. If you can't reach, hold the ankles, the calves, or the back of your thighs. Elbows on the insides of the knees, hands on the outside. It's okay if that's not possible for you. Pull those knees straight down beside you, ironing out your spine. Enjoying each breath as it flows. And releasing the feet. Lower the feet all the way down for a shoulder stretch. So turning to face me. And then reaching your bottom arm back behind you. So if you're facing me and you're the same direction as me, it'll be your left shoulder down. Try get the wrist in line with the shoulder with the palm facing down. Bending your knees to the side, resting your head down, and then reaching that top arm all the way back behind you as far as you can go. Feel the stretch in the shoulder. If you can even lower the hands slightly down first, interlocking your fingers together for a bind. Otherwise, just hold where you are. And releasing your hands, gently pressing yourself up off of the shoulder to change sides. So lowering your opposite arm down, lying on your side, bending the knees and reaching that top arm up and back. I'll just adjust myself so I don't move out the frame. And if you can, either holding here in this pose or interlock your hands behind you. Try lifting those wrists up higher. And if you don't feel it, just try to press the space between your palms together, moving your hands up high in the direction of your head. And releasing the hands, pressing yourself up, lowering yourself back down onto your back. Let the knees fall to the right. To deepen your spinal twist, you can cross the right leg over the left. If you can, even tuck those right toes underneath your left ankle and let your knees move to the right, look to the left. Hands resting on either side of you. Four more breaths. And changing sides. If crossing your legs is too intense, just let the knees fall to the left. Otherwise, left leg over right, or tucking those left toes under the right ankle and looking in the opposite direction your knees are facing. Three more breaths. And unraveling those legs, squeeze both knees into your chest. Gentle squeeze. Forehead moving towards the knees. And ending in Supta Baddha Konasana on our backs with the feet together, knees out to the sides. Turning your palms to face up, relaxing in the shoulders, finding a softness in your hips, closing the eyes and feeling your breath, breathing in and breathing out. And just taking a moment to scan the body from head to toe. Noticing any tightness, any tension. Breathing into that space. Visualize it dissolving away on each exhale. And you can stay here for as long as you like, enjoying the stillness. Or you can move your hands to your stomach as you softly blink the eyes open. Bringing your knees together as you roll onto your side. And slowly meeting me in seated. Thank you for joining me on the mat today. Namaste.